General Geiger. Marine Air Force.
As a platoon leader. I'm also the treasurer and the project manager for the Guadalcanal Memorial Foundation. My purpose here today is to dedicate the reopening of the Henderson Control Tower. But prior to reading that, myself as an Army representative, if you will, I'd like to read a quick proclamation that was issued on behalf of the 164th Infantry. The 164th Infantry Regiment arrived at Guadalcanal on October 13, 1942, and proudly served alongside their Marine comrades until December 1942, when command changed to the Americal Division, their original division, which continued the campaign until the end, February 10, 1943. During some of the bitter fighting involved in the battle for Henderson Field, the Skyline Ridge Battle, and the Matanical battles, this regiment was sometimes called the 164th Marines. Due to the fighting spirit and heroism continually displayed by its members and in consonance with its motto, I am ready. On this very location, the 164th Infantry Regiment was heavily engaged with the enemy in one of the most difficult battles of the campaign for Guadalcanal. Of the 147 killed in action from October 1342 to February 1043, 117 died in the first 5 days. That's our proclamation. Thank you. As I understand, was active until 1954, when it was replaced by a controller's tower at the terminal. And I understand also during the Guadalcanal campaign, the tower here was destroyed at least 13 times. It has now been fully refurbished, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank the American company, Morgan Equipment, for their generous assistance and leadership in renovating Henderson Tower. I would also like to acknowledge the contributions of all the Solomon Island businesses and the Australian Army engineers who helped make the renovation possible. At this time, I would like to invite General Daly and General Davis to stop by this ribbon ceremony, and we'll have you gentlemen cut the ribbon. Please step forward.
Start of the stairs.
This point, we purposely did it so it was directly south of this area, about 3,500 yards. This is actual Bloody Ridge. And if you look real hard, especially if you went up on the first platform, you could see this small monument that has been on Bloody Ridge for quite a few years. And before I depart, let me invite everybody here, after the ceremonies are concluded, to join us at the Henderson Terminal. We have a series of plaques on a wall identified as the Heroes Wall, and we'll have a very brief...
DC3s was right out there.
Oh, really? Oh, this is, you were telling me about the triage. Was that occurred like real close to here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right here.
Oh my.
So the strip was right out there.
Oh.
I think and Pistol Pete was right over yonder. And every time
That was that sniper?
artillery.
Oh. Were those 90s or 155? There was some confusion there.
No, they were smaller than that.
Oh.
Thank God most of them were dead. You could
We
hear
had
them-
the 90s.
hear them whistling, but they wouldn't go off.
Oh, really?
About half of them
Uh-oh.
come in here and flood.
Well, are you saying that's the ridge over there?
There it goes. That's the front end of it. I don't know what happened.
That grassy thing there?
Over the grass. You see
Oh.
that bare
Yeah.
horseshoe over there?
Uh-huh.
That's the front end of it. That's where Edson's people dug into the front of that damn thing.
That isn't very high.
No, it's higher when you get over there.
Yeah, I
It's
bet.
not real high.
Yeah.
And I was living right about there when the second battle.
Yeah.
They was shooting right over our head both ways.
Oh my.
You know, I kind of was unhappy.
I left the island because I was wounded around the 15th. I was wounded on the 13th.
Uninjured.
Can you speak Swedish?
Sure.
The grass place, that was all jungle in those days. And then over the hill, we were on the other side.
Running down Edson's Ridge.
You see the grassy ridge here to the left. You see like two birds.
Well, they were not. No, not now. We went around that way, through in the back, and you were just over there.
Okay, bloody you.
Crawling up the hill.
This looks just like
I think
these guys
We're up there with observation.
Yeah, weapon 7. Very nice to see you.
Henderson. There's the F-111. There's some Marines we got some fun with. If you had a Rocky, you'd have some fun. Then you have some trouble too.
Control tower go down again.
Number 14.
We're very happy to be here to revive memories of long ago, 50 years ago, when our forces were here with some of you in certain parts around here in action, 1942 and 1943 in action in Guadalcanal and New Georgia and Bougainville. We would wish you all the very best of good luck, and thank you very much for having us here. Thank you very much.
These governor generals, they are the president of parliament.
Okay.
You do the same thing, but that's all you gotta do is get that.
Thank you.
Everybody in. Yes, I got everybody in. Wow.
I'm very happy we got one Victoria Cross here. One man will win the Victoria Cross.
Hello.
We go through
Get a creek. During the war, they call it Iru River. And at the mouth of this Iru River is the place where this Ichiki, Japanese commanders, committed suicide.
Yeah. Was that also terrorists? We went down to the mouth of the still Japanese tank right down off the waterways.
Does it look a lot like it did then, or was there more vegetation then?
Now, two pairs. Whew. There they are.
Oh, we'll pick her up.
Yeah, you come this far, you've got to see the top of it. You can see how.
Sweeda. Oh my, what a view. What a view.
Now, all this in here was all jungle.
Yeah.
Oh, they burned
this
it
tree
out,
was all
cleared it out.
Yeah.
He says that was all jungle down there.
Finally got water because we were desperate for water. Everybody was just, dying for water.
Yeah.
We couldn't take another step. It was that bad. So finally, when we came to the river, we just dove into that river from the banks. And I'll never forget, my helmet was full of dirt and hair and pictures of my family. And I just drank that first helmet full until it was empty.
Oh.
And then it started to get dark. Oh, we came across a Marine patrol that was lost, and they're annihilated.
Oh no.
I'll never forget this one fella, this Marine, with his arm, with his rifle in this position, and his shoulder was holding up against a small little tree. And he was in that position, you know. But then we found patrol in there, and then word got down. I was a squad leader, and the word got down. Sweeda, come up here. So I went up there, and there was a cliff. And at the base of the cliff was this Jap laying there with his just like this. And the sun was beating right down on him. And he was laying there. So when they called me up, well, we learned that we didn't take prisoners, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, we left.
Okay.
And that's where when we got real thirsty. We ran out of water, and some of our men of our squad took all the canteens and broke through the lines toward the river, but they weren't coming back.
Oh,
they weren't coming back. So a firefight started down near the river. So anyway, word passed through the line for everybody to head for the river for water.
Yeah.
And Jap or no Jap, we just made a beeline right for that river. And so anyway, we all got watered up and started to get dark. And General Vandegrift never wanted us to be away from our perimeter. He always wanted the troops to come back to our perimeter. So when it started to get dark, we walked along the Lunga River, and then it got pitch black. Then it got real frightening, because if you broke contact with a man, you didn't know whether you made contact with a Jap. So it was real rough, you know.
Yeah.
Come on, you had your knife out. So anyway, we worked our way down to the main part.
Yeah.
And then
I guess that's a part of the Lunga over there.
a couple of nights after that, we had our line set up 2 ridges ahead of this.
What's that bridge called right there?
the whole thing is called
Bloody Ridge, even that.
Yeah, this whole part.
Okay.
But the first action started down that direction, and the Japanese tried to break through our lines. In fact, they did break through between along the river and the hill, and anyway, that was their main attack. But,
they came
they
down
were so disorganized.
this slope part in here.
Over that next ridge.
Oh, we
Yeah.
can't see it.
Yeah, we can't see
Okay,
it.
you want to walk over there
We
now?
can't see it. Oh,
There's the-
anyway, it was a horrible night.
Yeah.
They were jibber jabbing, and we only had a small line of barbed wire set up. And there was movement. So finally, it seemed as though it got quiet and it got light. The sun came out.
Right.
So then, our next movement was to come back. Oh, no. We moved from this side, and we all came over to that side of the ridge. And some of our Marines were trapped by the Japanese. And I'll never forget some of the cries. Mother,
In that
mother,
low
help
spot-
me, help me.
In that low spot there or further yet?
Over that hill.
Yeah.
We lost I think about 8 of them. And
Okay.
I'll never forget those fellas crying in there.
Yeah. Okay.
And then anyway, we were told not to go in there. We were told to stay right where we were. I think a lot of the fellas would just want to go over there and sweep right through there. Anyway, we were told to stay at this side. So then, during the day, we rested up and we came back to the next ridge, and we started making our other line.
Where would that be?
That would be on the other side of that ridge.
Where those papers.
Yeah. Only
Just beyond that.
Yeah. See, the parachutists were in that direction on the left side. The parachutists and the raiders were on this side. And the next day, Japanese bombers came over. They came over right from that direction, and they came right over towards Henderson Field, which is in this direction. So we figured, well, they're going to bomb the Henderson Field, but they unloaded their bombs right on that part of the ridge.
On top of me.
And
4 guys killed from that.
oh, if you were there, they probably were dropping on top of you. They were dropping on top of us.
Yeah. Because they'd have to drop by the lead plane, and he'd start, and then the rest would follow. Go boom, 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 boom. Up to the airstrip, right? Right up to the
Those
airstrip.
are the Japanese.
Japanese, yes.
Yeah.
And they also had daisy cutters. And they were a bomb that had a rod on the front end of it. And the rod would hit the ground, the
Yeah.
bomb would explode above the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
When they exploded, you'd better be under the ground.
You don't feel like walking?
So then, now this is all filled. This is all jungle in here. And the next day, we dug holes all over the top of the ridge and the grassy parts to the side of the slopes. And then we formed a line from the ridge down towards along the river, and there's quite a bit of space between each man. You had very poor contact, very poor contact. So that night, before it got dark, I was a squad leader, and I had my men placed on the line, and we heard the movement. It started to get dark, and we heard movement heading right toward us. And I will never forget. We were all ready for that to fire, and who came out of that jungle but Colonel Edson and one of his guards. Colonel Edson. He was out there reconnoitering the movement of the Japanese heading toward us. So he told us, just hold the line for the night, you know. So
Was he back here? Was this his CP on this hill?
yeah, and anyway, that night was the big action.
Were you on the Lunga? On the Lunga River down here? That
The
night?
Lunga River's right alongside this
Yeah,
ridge.
you were on that night?
No, I was right on the forward ridge here.
So we tied into the end of your raiders. Yeah. In the middle of the night, you guys left. We never heard a thing. We never heard nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what.
You're gone.
I'll tell you what.
You guys are so good.
I'll tell you what. You say we're no good. I'll tell you this.
So
You
good.
said you were so good.
You guys would be a psych.
Calm down.
One good reason why we did leave there, because I'll tell you what happened. Those Japs, after it got dark, those Japs started to come through. They were breaking through our line. We were throwing grenades in that jungle, and some of those grenades were coming back at us. In fact, I had one guy hit with shrapnel right to his shoulder, bleeding like a pig. So anyway, it got to a point where we were out of grenades. You couldn't fire your rifle. You were told not to fire your rifle.
They told us not to fire the rifle. In fact, we couldn't have ammo in the rifle.
Well, that was we couldn't fire our rifle.
We had to fix the bayonet.
Yeah. So
I'm chicken.
so.
I don't want no bayonet. That's too close. Yeah. They get that close. Oh no!
Some guys always.
Funny. Yeah, but I want to hear what you said. So then what?
Well, inwardly you probably felt that way, but you probably didn't show it out.
Why don't we
So
go
then-
ahead and start walking over, Joe? You
So
wanna
then-
go right along here was where
When
the
you fellas
parachutes
withdrew,
were
you
deployed, all
withdrew,
along this
and
line
that
out
left the
there.
parachute battalion.
When my squad withdrew,
That left the
the jungle was so dense that my BAR man had a hell of a time getting through. So in the meantime, we heard movement on our right, and it was the second squad of our platoon, and we made contact. We thought there were Japs coming at us, and we asked for the password. The answer was given. It was the other squad leader. So we were two squads together in that dense jungle down in here. Then we worked our way through, and we could hear the jibber jabbing, and we came to an area in the jungle. It was like in a subway tube. The jungle was cleared. We came out of this dense part, and it was like cleared, and then we started falling into holes. It was like a bivouac area. I'll never forget. We finally worked our way out until we saw the edges of the jungle, and we saw the stars. So then we were challenged again by Marines on the hill, and we told them who we were, and we came up, and they positioned us. It was off the jungle on the side of the hill here. They told us to take our positions on the hill.
Where the parachutes?
Right in front of us, Joe?
The parachutists were on the right.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And the raiders were on the left.
Yeah, right.
So, everything happened that night. They even threw smoke at us. That smoke came up, and the Japs were right in that smoke, and we didn't have our helmets. And I'll never forget, we thought it was gas.
We all thought it was gas.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember that too.
Yeah.
I remember.
You guys rolled grenades on them.
Oh, we threw grenades. Major Bailey got a.
The reason you didn't have any bullets, you guys lost them.
You find that there.
I got a Nambu shell like that, a Japanese 31 caliber.
So,
the last time. He's got a 6.5 right there. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, Jap ships were firing in this direction.
Very hectic.
We had our artillery firing almost all night, steady fire. In fact, Colonel Letson was telling the artillery, when they charge, Colonel Letson would yell out to get down and hug the ground because they're bringing in the artillery. And those shells just whizzing over the top of this ridge here, right down in the valley where the Japs were trying to get up the hill.
Oh my.
The 12th or the 13th?
That was the night of the 13th.
13th. A couple of them hit the ridge we were on.
Oh, yeah?
Remember, he was lowering that artillery down to get them down.
Those 105s, did you have any pack howitzers zeroed in?
That was 75.
They did get the 105s in there too, didn't they?
So that night was a lot of hand-to-hand combat and grenade throwing and it was a horrible night. Everything was happening. So finally, they even had a fire going down that area, and they're like Indians running around the fire, yelling, and dancing, and then there were some words about President Roosevelt, I remember, and Marines. Marines are some words they were using.
When they charged, they let out blood-curdling screams.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Banzai screams.
Yeah.
They did.
They say, Marine, you die.
Yeah. So anyway,
Marines say, pee on you.
Anyway,
yeah, you die.
with all the movement going on during the night, when the sun came out, when the sun started to come out that following morning, I was down in here somewhere, and that was all jungle in there, and I was looking for movement along that side of the road there. That road wasn't there, and I could see all of a sudden it's like a baseball. There's the tree line. I could see this thing flying through the air, and the more I looked at it, the more it was headed right toward me. And I was lying right there, and that damn thing was coming right toward me. Now, I played baseball in my day. I figured, boy, I better move. So when I moved, I jumped. That thing landed right where I was lying. And I got hit with shrapnel in the arm and the shoulder, down to my leg. And I dug myself up through here, up around this ridge here.
Yeah.
And they had the command posts up in this area, right in this area here. And as I came around this ridge, Major Brown was my company commander back in the States, and he knew me. And he asked me, Sweetie, he said, all right. I told him I'm not hit badly. And I was bleeding, I was all red in blood. But they laid me down back here, and they brought a recon truck. A recon truck came in, and they put just before they put me in the back of the truck, in his cab of his truck, Major Brown, the one that asked me how I was, had his hand blown off.
Oh no.
And they put him in the front of the truck with the driver, and there was no cab to the truck. It was an open recon. And then they put some stretcher patients over the top. There's about 4 or 5 of us in the base of the box of the truck. And they put stretcher patients over the top. And then the truck started to move. And as it started to move, machine gun on this side of the ridge here opened up here. And it was hitting that truck. Anyway, the only thing I remember was the paint on the inside of the box of the truck. The paint was just flying out. And then the blood started to come through the stretchers. And the truck stalled, just stood there. And then, I don't know if I was the only one yelling. I said, yeah, move the truck, move the truck, move the truck. And finally, the truck was moving. We went down across Henderson Field. And all I remember was they rolled me over in the back of the truck and shoved a needle in. Oh, Jesus. And then when I woke, I was in the sun, laying in the sun on a cot, the sun beating down. Everything was tightened up, the blood was right up here. And I went along the river to wash out. And I looked around that area looking for some of my friends. And well, there were some that were quite seriously hurt and passing away.
Where's Mr. Page?
What?
Mr. Page. Mr. Page. Millimeter with it.
He was quite a bit later. Quite a bit later that he.
So what would you say the final line was?
I think it was October. It was one of the battles of Britannica that he got hit.
Sergeant Vassalone, though, was
very big.
been a part of the regiment. Chesty Puller, the second time. Maybe that's one you're thinking of.
No, Mr. Page. He's a Millimeter.
Well, I know, but he was down in the Mechanical on the same series of battles as the.
I remember they had an anti-aircraft.
No, it wasn't until October sometime.
Yeah.
We were in that same battle.
When I was at,
Yeah, well, it was right on the Britannica River. We've already gone by it down here. But it was farther up in it. Up here? It was farther up in the jungle. It wasn't right down on the beach.
But the second battle of Bloody Ridge was Puller. The battle was around the whole perimeter.
Yeah.
Started at Mantanakaw with these guys, come all the way around and all the way down here. Excuse me?
I think that's where he was at, the second battle of Bloody Ridge.
Well, that was Vassalone that was on that one. That was
They
Vassalone.
both got the same night.
No.
No.
Page got it later.
Even Andrew Hell, he said he didn't get it first. I got it first.
Huh?
Yeah, he said no. He said I got it first.
Well, I think he did because of Mantanakaw.
Vassalone got the first.
That was kind of fun.
He didn't. There was a guy up on Macon Island, the Macon Island Raid that got it, but he got his before Page did.
Well, they've had that little controversy going on.
Yeah. I think you're going to read about it.
I know.
When we first saw them, the base of the mortar had a round base on it. And it was just a tube that you dropped a shell in, and it would fire. They had no other way of guiding, but they became expert on just the range.
It didn't weigh very much.
No, it didn't weigh much at all. No.
There it is.
And they thought you put it on your knee, you know?
The day ahead of
Well,
But when they tried it, they were breaking their bones in their knee.
Deal,
Yeah.
or your kneecaps.
So what they do is they put it on a stump or on the
I would
ground.
think so.
And you drop it.
But see, the way
What propelled it?
when I was writing the book,
There was a charge. That,
Pentecostal actions.
Did it weigh very much, the shell?
I guess we're not going to take that hike.
Up here with
A couple pounds?
All right. Hey, the buses are leaving. Don't yell at me, Al. I'm tired of it. Don't yell at me.
Hey, if I don't yell at you, how the hell you gonna know when it's late?
I do, Roy.
There at the top. All right, okay.
Hello.
Get on. Hey, well, with this guy right here. Right there. You got two more behind you, right?
Roger that.
Yeah.
You just hopping one of them.
World War II souvenirs. Look at all this stuff there.
Oh.
I had to fight myself. Some folks saw some guy called him up there and the whole bottom got out of it.
Coconuts on it. What are those?
Whole bunch of papaya with it.
Yeah.
Is that the Lunga Country Club swimming pool there? Yeah.
That's it.
They're still putting in the tennis courts, I see.
Right back in here someplace is where we were.
Okay.
Shoveling night.
Looks like they got like some small berms built in there or something. Oh, were those rice paddies or taro fields at one time or something?
Just jungle is what all of
Most of the jungle, yeah. Well, it's been 50 years, you know, anything could happen.
Yeah, look at them here.
Nice kids.
Yeah.
Get in and out of the house.
If it had still been like this now, that doesn't look bad at all for when you climb it, it does.
Yeah. With all the equipment, that Bailey Bridge was put in after the war.
Yeah, maybe.
And they just opened this bridge up a week before the weekend.
Look at all the cattle down here, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
I would be concerned about that.
One thing about them is this country, they should have plenty of good stuff water.
During the war, they were on their own.
Oh, yeah, they were all the cats were
Instead of pitch that up there and knock another one down, I was going to say we can sign him up for the 49ers.
Solomon Islands Tobacco Company.
Yeah.
There's Toyota.
Yeah.
Be sure and get that now. Kind of hazy, but it's still warm.
Oh, they got everything here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Medical Research and Training Institute. All right. What was the name of this river? The
Botanical.
Botanical?
They had two of their fiercest battles. I'm not comparing them with Bloody Ridge, but two of their fiercest battles right on this river.
Hey, I'll tell you that.
I met the captain on Crazy
But I haven't seen one. Yeah, what I did for the VFW and DAV chapters, I bought 6 big plaques. One of them was Navy, one Army, one Marine Corps, one Coast Guard, one CB, one Air Force. And then men paid $10 to have their name put on there, and I used that money to get mine back. We haven't got a damn CB in either one of our outfits, so I just donated that plaque to them. It didn't have any names on it.
Somebody knew Fred Stolzheimer. He's a stepfather of a high school friend I went to school with. He was in the CBs. I don't know if he was here though, but he's the only CB I know.
Really?
Yeah. Thanks.
The gunnery sergeant wasn't really a cripple, but he had a beer belly about like this. And they decided he was too old to hike, and he had his 30 years in anyway.
Yeah.
He just got caught up and would have been sent back home.
Yeah.
He mentioned Anakin.
Oh yeah.
The son of a bitch on Kabubu. We finally got a beer ration. And everybody, we got 2 cases, I don't know what you remember. And everybody else got the whole goddamn schmear at once. And the 7th Regiment only got 2 cans apiece for a couple of days. So when the guys found out what the hell was going on, everybody took their fucking beer party and parked in front of his goddamn tent. And this is no bullshit. Another guy, 2 of us, I had to go over to Venica because they were trying to experiment. What are you going to do? Cap my teeth and my face went like that.
It swelled out pretty good, huh?
A couple of us, we had to go over by tank, by picket boat or whatever we had. And we went over and we spotted all this fucking lumber over there in the Army base. We got a tank glider. We went over. We come back a few days after the hospital. And we appropriated some lumber. And we were going to stand up things in the mess tent because we didn't have anything. What the fuck you think he did? He appropriated it to make a walkway for his fucking place.
Gotta get you a beer, man.
Let's go.
I would just as well be known as the oldest guy here because I was one of the oldest that went on to the canal. I know that. Even Mitchell, General Mitchell, and all those guys.
Well, I think my dad had you by a year, but he's not around, so you still got some kind of record.
I mean, it's left here now.
Yeah. What about out on the ship? Somebody said there were like 6 or 7 old breeds out there.
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't heard a peep. I was going to leave them.
I didn't see any of them around.
Yeah.
So we gonna get a drink? We're gonna stand around.
Okay.
Let's go.
On the hill there, we said, yeah, he said, some Army captain at Interforce was one of the New Caledonian girls, and he's quarantined in that house for the next 20 years because it takes that long to show up if he's caught leprosy or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then they had elephantitis. Yeah, that's what I say, yeah. So you want to be careful, you know. You'll either get a second of enjoyment and then you got leprosy or elephantitis.
Spoken like a true dog.
We, one of the first patrols I was on, we went into a missionary. They had nothing but young ladies. I mean, they were beautiful, well-built, grass skirts on. The missionaries wasn't around, and I got my book out, page in English. I said, how much? held out a cigarette. She took the whole pipe, took the skirt off, gave it to me. Next thing you knew, all of us had skirts, and that missionary come down there, and boy, did he start giving us a lesson.
Yeah. A catechism right on the spot, as it were.
That missionary do? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
One guy, on the way, commander, grabbed and followed the dialect. He'd draw circles around the nipples on their tits, and they'd all run. I said, you're going to get in trouble. You know that, don't you?
I'm getting stuff here. Probably the only place I'm going to play is on the Playboy channel.
We ran a mission in Tarawa. I told you that one.
Oh, you were in Tarawa?
I told you that story, didn't I? What was that?
You might have.
I didn't get ashore the first or second day. We got ashore the second night. We tried across the causeway. Very few casualties. And then there was 150 Japs. 150 got around and went all the way along the toll. From here to here was 43 miles. It was about 6 or 7 miles across the lagoon, which is for 2 days. There's always a day or 15 hours ahead of us. So the third day, that Major, who's a battalion executive officer, Lieutenant Major, came and got me. Told me to bring another man with me. Me and another guy. I got a shitty tip, which it turned out to be. At that time I was a 50 caliber machine gunner. We were playing the guard. So he didn't say a thing what was going to do or nothing. Then he came up with an famous tractor. Had 2 men on it, driver and assistant. That made 5 of us. The Major, me, the guy I brought with me, Townsley, the two amphibious guys. So he cuts across the lagoon. Ooh, what the hell is going on here? You know, the Japs over there, and the Marines are back of us. So we had the 6th Red, second battalion, 6th Regiment with us. We started eating up distance across that lagoon, and I was waiting for shit to fall, you know. We got about 500 yards of boats out there, about that far from land, and I could see people on the shore. And we started chewing the business up, and we got about 100 yards closer, and I could see that they had clothes on. The natives didn't wear clothes. Right. The Marines were back over here. So what would you have figured? That's what I figured. Took the 50 cal, I was on the starboard side, the 50, the port was the 30. Racked the bolt back, threw around in the chamber, and they got a butterfly trigger like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I actually started taking up stock on that trigger. Don't fire. You know, but Major, I said, and I come down here pressing anyway. There's about 50 of them and 5 of us. That's 10 to 1 odds. Let me cut the odds now. Don't fire. Yes, sir. Kept on chewing up distance, man. That time we was up here, there's boats.
Yeah.
About 100 yards. It was white. What the hell's going on here? Am I dreaming or something, you know? Sacred Heart Mission nuns.
Yeah.
35 or 40 of them, maybe 50 of them. But there were about a half a dozen brothers, men and deer.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that picture, Battle Cry?
Yeah.
Leon Urich was in that 2nd Battalion, 6th Marines. About an hour and a half, 2 hours after we got there, they came through. Still no Japs, but they come through our position. It was the only American there. And, so the Major talked to the Assistant Superior, our Mother Superior. She was telling us about what had happened in 2 years. They'd been there since December the 9th, 1941. 2 days after Pearl Harbor.
Oh, my.
This was about the 25th or 26th day of November. This is around Thanksgiving time. After about a week of being 2 years later. I found a little 25-year-old nun named Sister Marie. I started talking to her. I said, Sister, you've been living with these people for 2 years. I've been fighting for over a year and a half. How have they treated you? Okay? Listen, I'll never forget this as long as I live. Like perfect little gentlemen until about 5 days ago when you boys landed on the island. Then we got word from the native friends that they were going to kill us. Because last night about midnight they came through here. And the native friends hit us in a terror bed. Like a tree line. See, they're down here about 800 yards. That night, just before Greg, we made contact with them. The next day we had a battle. The next day, we killed all but one. We lost about 35 men dead and about 50 wounded. With around 200 Japanese Marines.
That major kept you from making a mistake.
What happened? What he said? What call?
This was the Japanese flag that was there.
Great. He said there's one thing I noticed about this great street. 50 years. If you look at us,
what's it say?
Division's name. Division number.
Oh, really? What does it say?
Number 13.
13th Regiment?
You know.
13th Regiment?
I don't think it's the regiment.
Whoever gets this flag is mighty long.
And this is the number 1, 13. Is it? I'm not sure, but it's meaning that they're making ship or something. So.
Oh yeah, construction battalion. That's what it was. Yeah.
Navy,
Yeah,
right?
that's what it was. A Navy construction.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
Did you find German?
He did. He found it. No, he captured the Japanese headquarters.
Where?
Here on Lunga Point, Red Beach. Don't let it.
Oh my. It's a CB Japanese flag. That's why I get that.
the New Zealand. US Marines. Staging. Moving out tomorrow morning. Eating again.
You New Zealand? No. Yeah. Romanian or Defense Force people?
You take a medal finish?
No yet. No yet.
You better get in line.
But we let them be yet. You got to be come
You get a medal. Get in line. You're going to get a medal.
You get in line. But people can get in long time too much. You let them be here.
I'll stick around.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
Arat Olman. You arat na. No. Laman with them be here. No.
No, but. Like that. Hey, boss, come here. Medal.
Yeah. Wait. But the government must look out for him because it's strong something here. Now, government blowing me. And releasing about Jesus Christ. That's why no Solomon Island. They kill him. But someone kill here. Okay, current too much. But at that time, no more you live. You kill a man, go put him in your lifetime. You die. What are you doing? We some fight no man, no do anything about travel.
Oh, okay. Bula bula. Nice. Good save. Getting tired.
2, 3. Hold him, hold him. Oh. 4-2.
They hit up everybody.
This is Lawson Thomas Stadium, and it's just like Stanford.
I went down to Stanford and saw the Stanford Army came in 1947. Boy, that was a good one.
In the Stanford Stadium?
Yeah, and it was.
Yeah. And well, we have to train, you know, with the Japanese how, you know, to get tuna these days. Oh, they get about, say, it's about 2 or 3 months, you know, training with them, you see.
Yeah.
And they cannot speak Pidgin English, they cannot speak English. And you say, in Solomon say, you talk. Well, in Pidgin say, you talk. You see? Well, you can pick it up easy, you see.
Yeah.
English say, you are talking. But in Pidgin they say, you talk. Then it's instead that all you're talking about, they say, Solomon boy. Talk. Work, no, you say, you just end up talking, but you don't know how to work. Solomon boy. He said, you get me? Solomon boy. Talk, yeah. Work or no, yeah. I was, funny.
Remember, all the passports we had.
Said, you Solomon boy, you do not too much of talking, but you don't know how to work. They said, Solomon boy. Talk. Work no, yeah. Work no. It doesn't make sense. He sentences.
I got it on tape.
Oh boy.
They still can't.
It's a very funny thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny, you know, when you look back on it.
Well, what did Washing Machine Charlie do? That's,
He'd come over every night, and we had a
bobs.
drop.
Keep you awake is all he did.
Yeah, you know, they want to irritate you, see.
I think
And every,
I think it was a seaplane. I think.
no, it was a bomber. And every night, oh yeah.
pull up a chair top.
You'd hear him.
Yes.
You'd hear him at night go like this. Here's the way it sounded.
He couldn't keep it flying.
Every night.
Every fucking night. So everybody hit the foxhole. Maybe he dropped 4 or 5 bombs. That's all.
Half the time you have an empty bottle, if you hear a whistle,
Yeah, you
no
drop
explosion.
You know, and we got so used to it, you know, hey, Pete wouldn't even hit the foxholes anymore.
You know what? You're gonna get
And the lights would come on, you know, and the Army guys, everybody done over about 40 bombs, you know, and then they boom, boom.
Really, I don't think they would have hit him around.
No, they were practicing shooting around.
They didn't have that good. They used to wash machines with a gasoline motor.
Yeah.
It may take one one-cylinder motor.
Oh, okay.
And it goes puff. Real funny motor.
Oh, we used to do that. But you know what used to piss me off? You know, we had in Coconut Grove, you know, we had the 35, old 35 millimeter cameras, you know, to show the movie. So we got them over there, you know, and the guy, and the cap come at me, hey, anybody know how to run them son of a bitches? I go, well, shit, I'll do it. Hell yeah, we'll run them, you know. Go to that shack and put them in there, you know. I go down there in the daytime, you know, with a few guys, and hey, come on, we gotta learn to run this. Put them films in and everything, and the old, you know, and the old screen out there, they put up, you know. Yeah, and then I found out how to run this son of a bitch.
And then it'll start raining.
Yeah. No movie. We had a coconut logs to sit on the ground, you know. Yeah. So I start, but every time I start running that son of a bitch in movies, the fucking air raid went up. Shut the movie down, the son of a bitch.
After Christmas, we was built back just the other side of Henderson Field. About 300 yards from the field. And there was, I think there were 6 guys in my tent. Me and Gersh and Bales and...
Tent?
Jeez. What we did back.
You in the tent?
Yeah, what we did. Yeah. fox will look about working here out there.
Yeah.
She drove all night long, and many came over towards the aircraft.
Yeah, shrapnel full down there.
These guys would hit for the holes. Well, me and Jimmy Gersh laid there in the goddamn tent all night. We didn't move. Or they was pissed off with it. But they couldn't stay with it, but they was pissed off because they were sick. So finally, about must have been about an hour before daybreak. Coming closer, closer, closer. Gersh said, "Hey, Gilman, I think we better go this time." It's all bullshit. You know, he's getting off the cliff this time. He's ready to get ready to go home. Somebody dropped a stick at 3 bounds. The first one landed about near that white ship out there, right? North Carolina. The second one, I thought it was going to run down my back. I was taking a bath that night. We had a shower, full shower, and I had clean clothes stuff in our next to me, you know. I tried to get my clothes on the last one. I put my jacket on my feet. And I put my pants on back, but I didn't have my helmet on the other way. And they started shooting. These bombs started going up. I ran up here to the door. I just fell in the blood. That damn black man is black as your camera.
Hey.
Boy, you get ready to laugh at me, goddamn.
How you doing?
Hey, Pete.
I'm doing okay. You making out all right? Had a good day today.
I remember at a working party, you know.
Come back to take a nice shot.
Down where the sea beach, you know, down where they built the pier around where you done the ship, you know. And I only ran into one other Marine. And this guy is from Arizona, and he was in the Army, and he was the head of the Army supply, you know, on the beach. And he's the only guy that I run into so far. We were down there taking 30 caliber ammunition, 75 backhouse, 105 shells, you know, off the William Penn. You know, that's the name of the ship.